you say we're gonna cover?
View into the looking glass. You're gonna look at the what is it, like most people like something like Follow the Joneses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're all looking at these people like the rappers and what is it, songwriters and artists, CEOs, people with big money, but we're gonna find out, do they really have more than a poor man had? And why are we always looking up to somebody who's doing the same thing we doing?
That's something I read about right there.
This motivation. All that we needed was patience. This motivation, yeah. All that we needed was patience, yeah.
Welcome back to the Truth Be Told podcast. I'm your host, Pat.
I'm your host, Fred.
And today the topic gonna be look into the rearing glass. A look into the rearing glass. What do that mean?
Right. Well, you're talking about, you know what, like most people, we always talking about Follow the Joneses. We're always looking at what someone else has instead of looking at what we have and comparing those things that they have to what we have. But we always look like, oh, they got more than us. They driving a BMW. I'm driving a Chevrolet. Oh, they must got some money. So therefore, they got things better than we have or better than I have. That's not true. So we're going to look at it and find out what they truly have. And is it really more than what you have? And is it worth chasing? So we're going to look at that part. And so when you look at the thing, we always looking up to rappers and we're looking up to actors and we're looking up with CEOs, definitely with people with money. So we're always looking at them like, dang, that's the life I want.
Right.
But if you really look at it, do they really have more than you have? Let's see. First of all, I see a big old house. It's nice, like a mansion. And I see my little old house. It's small, but it's mine. But that rich man cannot stay in but one room at one time. I can stay in one room at one time. It's not a room. So how is his room different from my room? He still got the walls, still got the ceiling. Oh, my little house got the same thing. Oh, we got air conditioning, mine got the same thing. So why is it that we keep looking at these people like they got more than we have and we keep chasing them? We're up there committing crimes for something that we already have.
Mm-hmm.
We got jewelry. Oh man, you see all these rappers and stuff with the jewelry on. Jewelry's fine. I'm just saying, it's your thing, do your thing. But when you look at it, jewelry comes from the ground. You don't value everything that comes from the ground. That means what you have come from the ground. So no, I'm not gonna chase some junk. But that's what it is, junk. All jewelry is a waste of your money, and they get you to buy all this jewelry, diamonds and stuff that come from the ground. And you valuing things that come from the ground. So no, they don't have more than you have. They have the same thing you have. They're eating the same food. You can call it what you want. You can call it filet mignon. I can call it round steak, but it's still steak. It still comes from a cow. You said, oh man, they travel. Man, please, I can get on any plane. They got a, what they call it, they got their private jet.
Right.
When I get on the plane, when I sit in my seat, oh, it's private, because ain't nobody sitting in my seat.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sit around and say they got more than that, because they don't. And they gotta get up and they gotta go to work, just like you gotta get up and go to work. Think about the TV shows. They gotta rehearse for those things. They gotta get up early in the morning, just like we gotta get up early in the morning. So they're doing the same thing. And then at the end of the day, we all going to that restroom. We all going to that restroom, I'm telling you, no matter who you are, okay? And then you look at the medical condition, everybody getting sick. You can't sit around talking about, oh, I got money, I ain't gonna get sick. Oh, no, they ain't work that way. Ain't gonna work that way. When the Lord calls you, you coming. That's it. Right. That's everybody. Mm-hmm. So, no, they don't not have more than you have. But we keep perceiving that they do. And we keep doing things to catch stuff that we already have.
So it seemed like to me, we the same people They just have more bills than what I have.
Right, they have more bills. Problem is, when they have more bills, is we're assuming more bills, more wealth, more stuff. But if you can only live in one place at one time, drive one car at one time, you can't do no more than I can do. Now I can see if you can drive 5 cars at one time. You can live in 7 homes at one time. Then I say, you know what, you're doing more than I can do. I can't do that. But if you're doing the same thing I'm doing, no, you can't be better than me. No.
Going to the same place, you just going in style and to the like of your taste, and I'm going, to the like of my taste. So
That's it.
I make me think, like I say, so the goal is to really, I guess, not be rich, it's just to be financially stable.
That's true.
Cause what is rich? Like I say, you would think $1 million, that's pretty much good. Like I say, for an average person, $1 million could probably last their lifespan.
Right.
But when you get to looking at the multi-millionaires and the billionaires, why is they still working? Now,
They should have to work, right?
Is it because they enjoy what they're doing, or is they really trying to keep accumulating wealth? What's the question behind that?
They're really trying to accumulate work. First of all, nobody enjoys working. I work, but I ain't gonna say I enjoy it. I ain't gonna tell the story. I'm not gonna say I enjoy no work. I work.
Right.
But when I do work, I work for other people. The greatest riches in this world for any man is his health and his family. That's all you have in your wealth. Because therefore, everything can be taken from you. There's nothing that you have that cannot be taken. So if it said, oh, like R. Kelly had all that money, then they took it. Had the big houses, they took it.
Right.
So it can be taken, but you gotta understand the greatest wealth is your family and your health. And therefore, we're looking at people like, oh, because they got stuff, that they're more better than we are. They're not better than us. No, we're the same.
So we gotta get our minds off of looking through the looking glass and figure out, what do we want?
Right.
What do we want? What do we want out of life? And how can we attain it? Now, like I said, I don't have to worry about what you doing.
No.
If you got you got jewelry on and it look good and whatever you doing, I don't need to be chasing that, because that's just to your liking. So like I say, and then it might just be a image for the make it look like you have it, but you don't have it. So if we just take our sight off of that and then find out what we want, do you think there'd be a much easier process for us to actually become successful, financially stable, or rich? Do you think there will be more something that we could accomplish?
We can accomplish it, but we gotta understand though, most people when you work, we working for other people. Like I work for my kids, I work for my family. I'm growing for them. So as I accumulate wealth, I'm willing to say, you know what? I'm gonna share with them so they don't have to work as hard. They're gonna work.
Right.
Everybody gonna work.
Right.
But I don't wanna work as hard as I have to. So therefore, if I sit around and work 2 jobs, I don't want them to work 2 jobs or have to work 2 jobs. They can work 2 jobs if they want to.
Right.
But I want to make sure that they have something to fall back on, some type of foundation, more than just say I'm going to work and I'm just going to pay bills and live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
So in order for us to go, I have to make sure I teach them not only what I'm doing, but how I do it, to make sure that they don't have to work as hard. So, like I said, we can do a lot, and we can accumulate this wealth. And we understand at the end of the day, everything is left right here on this planet, and it ain't going nowhere. So, if you don't actually pull it so that other people that's coming behind you is going to benefit from it. Just like when we mentioned about those CDs, you can CDs can last a lifetime. So it says, let's say for example, I put a CD in 12 months, right? Like when we talk about the CDs. When I put that 12 months, if I don't say anything, it rolls over to another 12 months. And it keeps rolling over to another 12 months, another 12 months. As long as I don't take it out, it's gonna keep growing. So as it keeps growing, I've just created a retirement plan for my kids without even creating a retirement plan for my kids. So, yeah, I mean, we keep looking at those people and like, oh man, I gotta have it. I gotta get that car. I gotta get that BMW, Mercedes. I gotta get it. And it's only taking you to one place, just like your car is one.
And that should be proven. Hopefully, this put your mind in another place where you be able to look at it different, because there should be a proven that to this point. If you look back in history, you had a few celebrities actually tell you that, you know, it looked like they were living life, but they had this, but it wasn't happy, or their family wasn't, you know, okay. So it's kind of like you said, pointless if you attain and you actually reach that goal. Let's just say tomorrow I go to the casino and I get me a large jackpot. I get just $1 million, and I just going, man, I gotta get this car. I gotta get me. I'm finna get me a couple of chains, and also, let's just say I'm 2-3 months in. I'm about 300,000-400,000 into that $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it worth doing it? And like I say, you gotta prepare yourself for if you just stuck on keeping your eye and looking into that looking glass and you don't want to get out of it, okay, that's fine. Everybody have their own way of life and own destiny. So if you do that, you have to plan now of how you plan on maintaining that lifestyle and what you're gonna get out of it. So if you want to do it, but you might want to make plans for it now, because once you get the money that you think you really want, that you're really chasing it, it's not going. I can't say what it's gonna be for you, basically. Some people might get it and be miserable. Some people might get it and lose it quicker than they got it, you know. And some people might finally get there and just say, "Man, what was the purpose of me doing? Like, what was it? Was it worth me doing it? You didn't lost family along the way. You didn't lost friendships along the way. So, like I say, you have to have a plan for your future. So it's okay to look into the looking glass. I wouldn't suggest you doing it because you're just chasing a dream. You're just chasing a dream. Like I say, every now and then dreams do come true, but most of them, once you wake up, I was like, oh, man.
You gonna wake up from it. And remember one thing, the more you receive or the more you get, the more it's gonna cost you. So that makes you have to go out and get more. So that's why the rich people keep on working, because they have to spend so much money for all the stuff they have. So if I got 5 houses, I got to spend a whole lot of money on those 5 houses, but then I got to take the upkeep on those houses. Mm-hmm. So I got to maintenance, the water, the light, the gas, the lawn. I'm paying a whole lot of people a whole lot of money on those things. Mm-hmm. So therefore, my money, if I ain't add money to my pot, my money is dwindling. I don't care how much you got. So now you got to look at this. They have to keep working to keep replenishing that money that they have. So that's what we're doing. What we doing? We pay our light bill. You know, so we go to work because our light bill coming again next month. They're doing the same thing. So they're doing the same thing. Remember, view what you truly understand to be true. Mm-hmm. And do not look at things what you want it to be. Now, we want them to have more than what we have, and we keep thriving to get it, and then we understand that they really cannot have more than you have. Mm-hmm. Value your health. Value your family. Work hard, not only for yourself, but for them. And like I say, as long as you look into your glass at your life, you'll better be able to change your life for the better.
Right. I love it. Like I say, I hope you all got some kind of positive information out of this video. If you got some negativity, keep to yourself. Nah. But we appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we steady growing, and as we grow, we want you all to grow with us. You know the motto. So interact with us. Like I say, comment if anything. If our video's too long, or our video's too short, if anything you want to comment, this is an open door podcast setup. So like I say, we don't mind talking about anything you want to talk about. We have to do some research on it. We can do it. If you have a question, we'll find an answer.
We'll definitely. If there's a question, there's definitely an answer. Mm-hmm. And if you happen to see us anywhere, remember, share. You can share it on our video on the screen, mm-hmm. or just tell us in personal. If you tell us like, we're listening. Mm-hmm. And we're definitely gonna listen, and your concerns are our concerns.
So we definitely gonna be growing. Like I say, I don't know, we might end up outgrowing this space, man, might start doing some, I don't want to say live podcasts, I want to say maybe we might see us at the park one day sitting down, you know.
Hey.
It's getting warm soon, so we might be sitting out at the park, have it set up, you know, and do an outside setup. And like I said, we want to make sure we be able to touch somebody with the information that we're putting out here, because like I said, it's one thing to have it in our mind, so now we're able to document it and have a catalog of all the stuff that we occurred in our life, that we accomplished, that our goods and bads, we want to be able to have a catalog on before we help the next person. So if y'all have some stuff you want to talk about, comment, or like I said, if you're local, you're welcome to come on to the podcast and we can discuss this topic and help, help the next person.
Definitely.
But thank you all. Once again, congratulations on the 2,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah, we finally made it. But make sure y'all stay tuned for the next episode.
I'm talking investment. Making wealth with the cryptocurrency. None to lose like a Martin Lawrence. Airbnb, that's a little insurance. I'm popping them flexing. Remember when I had the band of crib?